Yes, boys. Boys, we're back. It's Thursday. It is the traditional day of Ronin Radio. We're in the building, bro. Today, it feels good. You know why it feels good? Because, my friends, we have a new game on Ronin. It's been so long since we have come into this realm, right? It's been a very long time, and there's been many a scar. There's been many a milk. You know what I'm saying? We've been milked. We've been milked. So the way that Rumble Arcade are presenting themselves is looking positive, and bringing on today Borja as one of the co-founders there at Rumble Arcade to find out more about this project as they are coming into the Ronin ecosystem. So I'm looking forward to it. We're going to see, get some details from himself, find out a bit of his background also. And then we got a lot of stuff to dive into. The Lunasian Lounge was on Tuesday. A lot of information came out of there. I feel like it's gone over quite a bit of people's heads. You know, I do think it has. So we are going to get the show started in a few minutes, ladies and gentlemen. But for sure, we got giveaways today. We do. We got stuff. We got stuff in the tank. All of that stuff is going to be given out in the radio Discord server. Shout out to Moa, actually helps us with some crazy stuff happening on my account. But the link in the Ronin Radio's link tree is the link you need to go to join the server, and we'll be giving them out later today. But it is a free pass into one of these big giveaways that's happening with Rumble Arcade. They will be giving out, I think it's 25. I think it's like 25k, right? It's $25,000 launch party. It's a multi-week campaign, and we'll get into the details of that when Borja gets here. But for the moment, ladies and gentlemen, I got stuff to announce, bro, because there's going to be some turbulence ahead. There is going to be some turbulence ahead. This arguably, not gonna lie, is potentially my last show for a little hot minute, bro. You know, more details on that towards the end of the show. But yeah, gotta update you guys on what's happening. Turbulence or wind? Well, if it's the market's case, it's probably wind as it continues to shit itself. We do have a market update on today's show. But at this point, ladies and gentlemen, let's go and repost this stream, get it about. Let's show some love to the new members here in the Ronin ecosystem. And trust me, I'm not even lying. I don't do this anyway, but when a new game comes onto Ronin, I always play it, and as a on the side type of game, Rumble Arcade has been very satisfying, very, very satisfying. Either way, we're gonna give it one more song. Make sure we got everything here prepped and ready. About 10 past, we will get started, ladies and gentlemen. So one more song for the day. This one is shout out to Logic from Cambria. The islands have began, and there is a tournament tomorrow. It is in our updates, so stick around for more info. But shout out to him. This is his song. This is Cambria's song, and I love it. So let's spin it. Spin it, DJ. Do it. All right. Just get ready, bro. Repost the stream, and we'll have a good time. All right. Thursday, Ronin Radio, lock in, ladies and gentlemen.
We got London on the track. Nigga, horses don't stop, they keep going. Yeah. You can lose your life, but it gon' keep going. Hey. Why not risk life when it's gon' keep going? Yeah. When you die, somebody else was born, but at least we got to say we ran on the digital, we ran on the money, we ran on the digital, we ran on that money, we ran on the digital, we ran on the money. We ran on some digital, we ran on some money. We ran on some digital, we ran on some money. We ran on some digital, we ran on some money. I'm living like I'm on the field for the hennies. I talk lots of shit like my bitches are dangerous. They didn't know me once, so I left from with wishes. You know it's a drop when you drain and can't flip it. Only this big, I swear to God, on Luke ain't care. Money, turn it up, mama. Gon' snout hustle. Dope boy, hell great like grandma. You know my ice blingin' like OJ, like a panda. Roll it, hold it, I couldn't control, shout it like a channel. My racks are squeaking on that part and I hop in that Rari. I crank all like water. Horses don't stop, they keep going. Yeah. You can lose your life, but it gon' keep going. Why not risk life when it's gon' keep going? Yeah. When you die, somebody else was born, but at least we got to say we ran on the digital, we ran on the money, we ran on the digital, we ran on that money, we ran on the digital, we ran on the money. We ran on the digital, we ran money. We ran on some digit, we ran on some money. I'ma move me so low like Confucius. I'ma go in that bit with a ruler. I'ma toast me a nigga like Schroeder's. I'ma keep a red flag cause I'm booler. I know some roller spaces like a duelist. Yeah.
Right, we're ready. We're ready. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready, bro. Just talking to the bouncers back in, back at house. They're ready, man. We've had some Wildcats trying to get in here today, bro. There's a lot of anger. I feel it, bro. Listen, you guys are a part of the show as much as myself and my co-hosts, bro. Let us know if you got questions for today. Ring them out, bro. We are ready for it. But I'll tell you what, man. The AI journey has been going well. I know you guys have been staying updated by myself with this AI bias that I have right now. Yeah, it's going good. Look, if you got AI in your life, you're doing nice, all right? And on top of the trading that we've been doing in the radio server as of recent, I'm actually going to be focusing a lot more time on that. Obviously, wearing the Champions jersey, winning the league, the Champions League, the EFL Cup, anything this year, Arsenal is gobbling it up, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm wearing my favourite AI girlfriend. Fuck off, Mo. I'm wearing my favourite Arsenal jersey at the moment because it's blue. Low key. We're bleeding in Ronin out here. But either way, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Locked into the Ronin Radio. If this is your first time tuning in, bro, we are the community radio here. We talk about stuff happening in the Ronin ecosystem, whether it is rain or sunshine. Here we are, bro. This year is well underway. And it's second month already, bro. It's the second month already. I feel like time goes very fast in this ecosystem. So let me bring through the two legends. You know them. They've been here for a long time. My brothers from others. The French one. I don't like him that much because he's French. The fake French one because he's Canadian, bro. We're back in the building, but my two co-hosts there, you know who they are. Here we go, boys. Oh, wait. Before we get started, though, I'm just going to say this. Let me cut the music, DJ. I'm going to say this. Is anyone in open trades or are we flat at this moment in time?
No comment.
No comment.
If I speak, I am in trouble. If I speak, I am in trouble.
If I speak, I'm in big trouble.
Fair enough. All right. If you were here last week for the show, you'll know that we ended the show rather abruptly as Bitcoin was falling off a cliff, and we had to go.
Good thing it stopped falling off a cliff since last Thursday. Not. That's in the market update, ladies and gentlemen. But no, listen. Excited for today. I know today you guys have seen we've got Borja as a guest. Co-founder at Rumble Arcade, the new game on Ronin. I don't know if you guys have taken a look at it, but there's some information for you guys to find out if you have not. Anything else on your minds before we jump into today's show? No,
I got money on my mind.
Yeah, I was just looking at
Fair
what
enough.
The price of Bitcoin was at the start of the show last week, and it was 89K. We're down 20K on Bitcoin in 7 days.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
It is. It's pretty wild out here in these streets.
Wow.
But look, listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get the show started. Thank you guys for tuning in. Always appreciate you. And like I said, if you have questions about the new game Rumble Arcade that is here, we will take note of them throughout the interview, and I'll be able to ask Borja a question or two. Like I said, we are giving out the Ronin Pass in the radio server. So if you are not part of the radio server already, go ahead and follow the link in the bio through the link tree and join the radio server today, bro. We'll be stoked to have you there. But without further ado, bro, let's get this show on the road. Let's just talk about it. These are the agendas. Of course, we are going to interview Borja here today. Axie Ecosystem, the Lunacia Lounge was on Tuesday. It was very, very revealing, actually. There was a lot of information that went down there. So I made it a feature of today's show just so this information doesn't go over people's heads. There was talk about terrariums. If you weren't there or haven't been paying attention, you'll be like, what the fuck is a terrarium? And today you will find out. You are in the best place to find out. And then, of course, we've got market updates. we'll talk about the pain that is going on right now. And then also, I thought an interesting topic to throw on there at the end was the talk that's been happening this week about Vitalik's tweet. It was talking about L2s and the ETH direction, or the ETH ecosystem direction. G-Hose has actually weighed in and had a response on that, so we can take a look and even talk among ourselves about what we think with Ronin as an L2. I know there's a certain somebody in the chat, Mr. Rallo, who's got a thing or two to say about that. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce our guest today. Give him a warm welcome into the Ronin ecosystem. It is Borja from Rumble Arcade. Good morning, sir.
Hey, good afternoon here, actually.
Good afternoon. It is to me. I always have to pretend here. I'm in the UK, so yeah, afternoon for me as well. How are you doing?
Very good. Yeah, thank you for having me.
No problem. It was on my mind. I played the game at the beginning of the week, and I thought, I am liking what's going on. I actually do have a tab open here, and we'll get some live gameplay at some point. But as a new game comes into the ecosystem, like I said, it has been a while. So that excitement kind of pumps through my veins when I see that. I think, you know what? We've been fooled once or twice, boy. I'll be honest, bro. We're going to keep it real on the show. But I always want to give, new founders and community members the chance to hear about projects, that are coming to Ronin. And from my first experience of Rumble Arcade, I've actually enjoyed the gameplay itself. There's a lot of things going on, so we'll dive into these topics of Rumble Arcade itself. But first and foremost, as we spoke offline, one thing that I think is important when coming into the ecosystem is to know a little bit more about the people behind projects themselves. So Borja, bro, I'd just like to open the floor for you to kind of let us know more about yourself. And I know there's a wealth of experience there as well, and a really colorful past in this industry of gaming as well. So just open up the floor for you to introduce yourselves, and we'll get to know you a little bit better.
Yeah, thanks. So I'll give you a little background on my personal background. I am a designer by trade. I've been working in games my entire adult life. So since I was 19, which is a long time ago.
Wow, really?
It is, yeah, it is, yeah. And been working in games, my entire career. My trade is mostly design, creative leadership, product leadership. I have been working on first-party games. I've done some stints in publishing, which is actually how I met my co-founders at Tribo. We kind of come from one of these deals where a publisher hires a studio to make a game, and that's how we know each other. I've worked on IP like Plants vs. Zombies. I've worked at PopCap, King. Yeah, I'll try to keep it short because, again, it's like 20 years.
Yeah, no, it's very colorful though. I think it's important context, right, to add, to let people know what you've done in the past. Working with like Plant vs. Zombies is a big title, I'm not gonna lie, and PopCat was a big studio behind that, so these are interesting things to kind of uncover. So one stat that I uncovered when I was doing the research about the Rumble Arcade team, over 60 years combined experience in the camp. So when it comes to games, I think one of the approaches
probably now 70, since like the team has been going at this for like 2 to 3 years now. So if you multiply,
we'll hard stop it at 69 and keep it moving. Then we'll keep it moving. But the main thing here, I want people to get to know Rumble Arcade. I think the sentiment in the space is definitely down. Like that's market wide or industry wide. Like it's just crypto as a whole right now. But I think it's very brave to be building and in active campaigns right now, and the best of the best in Ronin are doing that. You guys yourselves have come in with an active campaign, but let's give an explanation to the audience about what is Rumble Arcade as a game.
Yeah, so you pretty much got it there with the headlines. I love the level of research done here, by the way. Rumble Arcade is a PvP squad battler. Essentially, there's 3 pillars to the game, which are auto battler. Well, obviously there's a asynchronous multiplayer game where you fight other players, but the setup is kind of, you make lots of small decisions that amount to big outcomes. So effectively, you have a hand of characters that you have to choose to add to your team, combine them to build out your own strategies, and then try to get as far as you can. In terms of genres, we're combining some auto battler elements, some roguelite stuff, like how you've seen Archero do, and then we're bringing all of this into a leaderboard party. So lots of the things that are happening in the game are event-based. So everything that matters the most here is just high score leaderboard competition.
Yeah. I'm gonna move the screen share over to Rumble Arcade itself. This is me playing it in the desktop, so on PC, as it was in the details there, PC and mobile right now. Definitely I played it on the mobile first, and it felt a little bit better. But this is in answer to Mr. Rallo here, right? I've played 1 minute in this game, bro. I've sweated this game yesterday in the Rumble booster. Oh no, was it? I think it was. It was one of the events. I came second. So maybe I'm biased towards this game because I'm actually placing on the leaderboards, ladies and gentlemen. That might be the reality of what's going on here. But we'll give you guys a showcase of gameplay itself. And like you said here, you know, it's very much. It feels a lot like Teamfight Tactics, right? You have different styles of characters. You get this, and this is what I really like about this game. Actually, there's an RNG to every match or every run that you do. Essentially right now what we're doing is a run where we have 3 lives. If we win the battle, you don't lose a life. If you lose the battle, you lose a life, obvious. And you keep going as far as you can until you essentially run out of lives. And you get to select the warriors or the units that you will use in your team here. But once you select one, like a random selection of the next fighter that is in your team will come along here. So you might be able to build the best team, but it's not as if it's every single game carbon copy. You know, you really have to kind of apply strategy here. There's also a cool mechanic where if there's 2 heroes next to each other, they will merge and you'll get 2 of these points. And once you fill this gauge, you can upgrade some of the skills. So I've been nerding it out, I will say. And this selection, boy, you've done me dirty with this selection.
I know.
I don't actually know where to go with this. This is not good. I'll be honest. This is not good, lads.
But this is one of the interesting elements about the game is that you know what you want to build, right? And then you kind of try to do the best that you can with what you get. And there's always a clear idea of what you can do.
Yeah. As you can see, it is
the extra luck.
Yeah, there's strategy to where you like put your units, right? And just for reference, before we start this game, these tiles right here, I believe they're the duplicating tiles, right? So I get another unit once a unit steps on this tile. So I start them both on there. When we press battle, we should get 4 units instead of just the 2 here. So and then again, there's other things that happen. There's mines. There's different setups each day. So definitely keeps you on your toes. But let's get started. Look, like we said, auto battler. So we can continue to talk around the show whilst this goes. I'm just going to lock in and sweat this for a minute. But let's move on to the topic. Right, I had in the research pack here that there's been rounds of raising, right, by Tribo. You guys have done very well in that field. I managed to pull a figure of 3.3 million total raise. I don't know when in a time frame that actually was. But I think as I play the game, Borja, what would be cool for the audience to kind of know here is, you know, what is the vision for Rumble Arcade? You know, you've raised these funds. Like, what was that vision that you pushed across, and what is it that you'd like to do here in the space of Ronin?
Yeah, so I'll start by saying that you're looking at a game that we've been operating for a year. So this is like, it's new to Ronin, but it's definitely not new to us. And we've got some OGs in our Discord and our socials who have been playing this game relentlessly for over a year now. Yeah. The vision for this is to not just, I mean, we looked at Web3 as individuals before forming the company, and we were all kind of dabbing in crypto. And at some point, the question was like, what can you do with this? You know, we've come with a long background of making mobile games for our entire careers. And it's like, what do you do when you introduce Web3 into gaming? And that is what basically drove us to found the company and start with Rumble Arcade. Our approach for the game was, first we needed to see what formula unlocks most of the value that Web3 can bring to us. So it needs to be social, because Web3 the ethos is inherently social. And it's not enough with kind of having an NFT layer as an afterthought or a detail, or just a tacked on to an existing genre. You really need to bring these things deeply to make it better. Anyone who's played the game before knows that we've had a game NFT collection live. We come from the Beam ecosystem, and we had the game on testnet for a long period of time, where we did have these guys that you see here as player-owned NFTs, thousands of them owned by thousands of players. And that's what we mean by kind of bringing in the Web3 to the core of the game. So these characters are also NFTs. We want to focus as well on the advantages of distribution.
Yeah.
And that's what you would see like in the refer and earn events that we have set up. It's what we call the sponsor system. So obviously there's a layer of financialization to the game that is pretty obvious, but our take on it is it does make engagement better. Yeah. If you can bring in a financial element and you keep it in check. Like obviously, if the entire motivation here is financial, you're not going to go anywhere. The game needs to be fun. The game needs to stand on its own legs without any of these financial incentives, right? People come here to play and have fun, but it does help with a lot of people. And specifically, when thinking about distribution, if you've seen the game, we've got this leaderboard with significant prizes going out to those people who accumulate the most referral points. So essentially, you got a sponsored link, you share that broadly, you bring people in, those people play the game actively, you get points. The more points you accumulate, the more money you make. So this is very difficult to do outside of Web3. So these are things like going back to my starting point is how do we make the most out of the Web3 without kind of stumble with the regular issues of like inaccessibility or insustainability. We're in here for like long term. This is games that we're building to last. So at the foundational level, it needs to work, and that's what we're focusing on. So how do we maximize the benefits of Web3 without falling into the usual pitfall of many Web3 games?
Yeah, referral systems is something that I know they exist in some of the games. I just don't think it's been done really, really well. Like, and this, this might just be a personal thing as well, but the last referral program that I really cared about was like the app.axie like the codes we would have for app.axie, and that's almost ancient now in this stage. So like, if you can actually get a referral code engine that makes sense and start seeing some traction from that, it's definitely one thing I've been asking of games in this ecosystem.
Most games just roll out the system and it's easily bottable, right? So it takes away all the value of it, I guess.
Yeah, we're very careful with that. So we've got a system that basically flags any activities that are suspicious. So multi-accounting, botting, anything like that. We're really strict, and we have a pretty clear kind of idea of how it comes and what it looks like, and then we just ban. For this to work, you're right, it needs to be absolutely fair. It needs to work for the honest player, because obviously bots don't bring any value. Multi-accounters don't bring any value. What brings value is a critical mass of players who turn into the game for fun.
Yeah. And can I ask what made you guys decide to come to Ronin? Because I'll preface it a bit by saying I think a lot of the community feels very burned by certain games coming over. Like this, it's almost a meme now where it's like games come to Ronin to die, right? So what's different with you guys and this way I give you an opportunity to say it, because I think a lot of people are so jaded by past games that they might not even look at the new game because they're just they won't even look at it or research it to give you guys a chance. So
it's interesting because I keep hearing that, and I was running. I mean, I played actually a lot back in the glory days of the last bull run. I played it a lot, and then I haven't seen all of this kind of games graveyard. I wasn't around for those so much. So, but I keep hearing this.
Well, you did not miss much.
Yeah. I mean, for us, it was, there were a few candidates. I'm not going to list all the candidates, but ultimately, when it came down for what's the best chain for a game where we are prioritizing gaming and fun and, you know, quality interactions, is, well, a chain that has had the biggest game with the biggest community and the most active gaming user base, and not some chain that is kind of pushing a lot of infra that is not related to games. So we're looking for where to find. I mean, I can't gauge the size of the community right now, but it is a chain built by a games company for gamers. And if you're looking for a chance to get a Web3 savvy audience that cares a lot about games, I'm not sure where else would you go, right?
Yeah, yeah. So that niche focus is important to builders.
Yeah, I mean, to us, it really is, because there is a lot of, I mean, it takes a lot of conviction from our side to just constantly focus on making sure that we're delivering interesting experiences, that the rewards that we're offering are balanced and not in any way kind of unsustainable. Because that's how a lot of games just kind of die, honestly. They're promising everything and deliver nothing.
Yeah.
We're trying to deliver as much as we can, and everything that we give, well, we try to give more than we say we will, for once, and not try to make it too much about the fluff without the foundations being in place, which is, you know, we've got users who have clocked in over 1,000 hours. Like, our top users have been playing this game like crazy. So that was the first thing for us to crack.
Yeah.
And so markets could come and go, and this game will still be fun. That's basically one thing that where we kind of fail.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, bro. I get lost when I'm playing this game. Normally, like if we're in trading session, like I just switch from like the trading view where I'm watching price to back to this, and the cycle kind of continues until I run out of energy. So
that was a really close game. Sorry.
That was close. It was close. We was holding on. But no, generally, if you have not tried Rumble Arcade at this point, I think today is the day to do that. And if you want one of the Ronin free passes, then join the radio server, and we'll be giving them out after today's show. So that was some of the gameplay. Let's just get back into this. Let's talk about the launch party, right? Because this is the campaign, the activation that is live right now. The Ronin Pass is gonna get you put in for this. Now, I've been noticing in the game, you know, on the events tab, there is entries. You need a certain currency to enter, and then obviously you want to score as high as you can in these daily challenges. Actually, in-app spends is very seamless, and there's not a necessity for it. Like, you definitely can play free to play for sure, but there's an incentive good enough at this point with the 25k launch party to really, you know, get out there and get the entrance each day and go and compete for the prizes that are available. But 25k launch party, give us your best shill on it.
So, all right, the best shill. I should have rehearsed this. So this has been live since Thursday last week. So this is exactly 1 week that we've been live with the Ronin launch party. The framing for this is to celebrate that we are now a running game, and we're committed. So it's not like we have no plans of dying here. If anything, we'll talk about the roadmap in a bit, but one of the goals for us now is to kind of further integrate with the ecosystem. So this is just us saying hi, shaking hands, 25k prize pool. And the way we framed it is so that we are giving exclusive access to this launch party to new users, one, that two, hold what we call the Ronin pass. And the way we distributed that was through some first come, first serve links, with 1,000 claims, plus, you know, things like what we've given you guys now, small amounts to keep the pass valuable, and that's what will get you into the exclusive launch party.
Yeah. So the incentives there, bro. You better be. They're gonna. There is not a lot as well. I will say there is a cap on these passes that are in our server as well. The 1,000's already been taken. So this is literally last chance saloon to get involved in the 25k launch party. So
or is it? So the next wave of passes. So we've got the Refer and Earn event happening now, where it is exclusive to pass holders. This means like people who have been sharing the game and getting points are going to get, the top price is $100 USDC, but they'll also get a substantial amount of Ronin passes. So the next wave, if you want a Ronin pass and you haven't gotten it yet, the best way is to search for content creators that have been talking about Rumble Arcade. It is very likely that they might have something to give away in the next 2 to 3 hours, perhaps, when the event ends and the prices are given out.
Okay.
So for anyone who hasn't gotten the pass, look for creators that have been shilling Rumble Arcade, because it's very likely that they'll have some passes to give out to their recruits.
And a shout out to Ronin, actually, because the social media page of Ronin has been doing shout outs to a lot of the creators over the last 2 weeks or so. I've definitely seen some new names in being pushed and celebrated. So there's a point of contact there if you go to the Ronin social page, and you'll be able to find some of those creators. I would like to say, because I am in the Ronin Creator Discord, that they are all definitely informed, and the ones that have been getting shouted out recently 100% will be hot on this with their Ronin passes. So if you need to get your hands on a Ronin pass, absolutely good advice. Go and check some of the top Ronin creators that have been pushing content out this year. So
the format, by the way, is to have multi-week events. So probably week-long events with exclusive prize pools to Ronin pass holders for a few weeks, with that 25k prize pool. But adjacent to this prize pool, there is all the other prize pools that we normally had prior to arriving to Ronin. And those are basically related to ranked payday, which is a system where the better you perform, the more you rank up, the bigger prize pools you get access to. So that one, if you get in, the earlier you get in, the better, just because you're able to build your team. So a lot of what you'll be able to use to advance is the power of your collection. So unlocking new characters, upgrading those characters will give you an edge. And that edge will translate to higher rank paydays and such things.
Yeah, I've been grinding, bro. I think I got a couple leveled up units as well. And if it pays dividends, it pays dividends, bro. I've been putting in the work most of the days this week on the side of training, as I was saying. But I think we'll get to the point where we've got a few questions for you, Borja. At this point, they know if they want to get involved in the launch party, there is weekly events for them to do so. They know where to go for that, and they've seen some experience of the game. We already asked you about why, with Ronin. But in your opinion, like, what allows Rumble Arcade to kind of stand out? There's not been super high quality of games in this industry over the last year. As a mobile game and then working on a desktop as well, I did feel like this had an edge with some of the quality aspects. But how do you guys intend to stand out in the industry?
I mean, I think the game it's a pretty fresh take on a few genres that have been successful. That they've had significant success, but not like billion-dollar success yet. Like I'm talking about. Well, maybe some auto chess plus roguelites. We're kind of merging those two for a pretty fresh take on something where ultimately it's a relatively casual experience. It doesn't get super sweaty, I would say, although it can get pretty intense in some games where the stakes are really high. What has been important for me from the beginning has been to keep a good balance between skill, power, and luck. So this means that if you're a talented player, if you're kind of a systems thinker, if you're good with strategy, you will be better than other players. That will give you an edge. If you invest in developing your collection, new characters, more upgrades, things like that, that will give you power. Power will also have some sway in dictating outcomes. And then, of course, what's a game without a little luck? there is a lot of the times, like what I said earlier, you're wishing for that character to show, it doesn't show up. You're wishing for that perk, it doesn't show up. So we know that this is one of the reasons why the game is pretty sticky, because you're chasing that perfect run, right? You know, maybe it's the next one, maybe it's 2 runs from now. But that's kind of the trifecta of what I think is really making this game really sticky and addictive to players.
Yeah.
And then of course it's under the surface is very social. There is the constant leaderboards. You're competing directly with other players all the time. You're fighting against other players' teams without the problems of having to wait in a lobby for the match to be fun.
Which is huge in this industry, by the way. That's killed more games than I'd like to say. But how does that actually work, right? Like so when I go into the regular league and I'm queuing up, is it like someone's previous dungeon run at level 2, that was the team that they had, and it just kind of generates that in?
It's a simple version of what's happening. Essentially, it's that someone who's played before you, we kind of save that comp and then serve it to other players. But we make sure that to make it fair, is someone that is in your league, similar amount of rank points, similar amount of combined character level, things like this, to make sure that you don't
just get steamrolled. Yeah, fair enough. No, that's cool. I genuinely, and first, like a testament from me, I genuinely felt the stickiness. So again, I think a lot of people won't feel that until they get hands-on with it. So today's the day to go out and try it. I think the last thing we'll do here, Border, is talk about the roadmap, I guess, because this year, I mean, I don't know, we predicted the lows of Bitcoin this year in a call the other day in the server.
We didn't predict them yet. We attempted to predict them.
We attempted to predict them, yeah. We attempted to predict them.
Wording is very important.
It is, obviously, it's I mean, and you know, as right, building in this industry, how fast the space moves. So it's very difficult to be long-term minded, but like, I think it is definitely an asset to kind of know your guys' North Star and really, you know, what you aim to achieve.
Yeah, I think it's important to take a long-term view, even if, you know, markets come and go. Like I said, we're all about the game. So the fundamentals of the game are what will make it succeed or fail. So we can't build a product that can be washed away by a bear market. Then, you know, that what's the point in doing that, to be just completely influenced by external factors outside your control? That is not where we want to go. So we'll just keep driving value to the game and to make that a real business that can sustain kind of the earthquakes. So for the short term, I can say that, I mean, the game has been going over a bit of a facelift recently. So we've changed the arena to be from 2D to 3D. We've redesigned the visuals for all the characters that you see in the game. Next thing that we're looking at on that side is some of the UI. We want to give it a fresher look. Then besides that, like I already said, is deeper integration with the Ronin ecosystem. I already talked about the NFT collection that we had live on testnet. Yeah. So that will be a clear candidate for making the game more appealing to those who like NFT gaming. It's something that we've tested for a long time, and we know it works. So we are very confident in what that can do to the game. And then besides that, shorter term, we have Community Clash, which is basically our way of getting Web3 guilds and communities to fight against one another. We've had it on for about a month, and we will be announcing season 1 soon. I guess I'm doing that now.
Yeah.
But that'll be the next. Yeah, it is. That'll be the next meaningful step. It's like, if you represent a guild or you're part of a community, it makes sense to join in as we get ready for season 1 coming in a few weeks. I can't tell you the exact timing, but that's something that we're actively working on.
NFTs is big though.
Yeah,
NFTs minting on Ronin is big. There were questions earlier on asking about tokens. I know this is like a touchy topic in this space right now, because we've seen many a token do terribly, and then even some of recent, you know, with I know you've probably seen Fableborn and things like that, who've done, you know, pretty well from their TGE, and is it in the plans for the future to have a token, or is it focused more on the NFTs in the present?
It is in the plans. So the difficult thing is we wouldn't do a token unless we find it a real value add to the game.
Yeah.
So is it better for the game? Is it better for the players? Can we make it work well together? And then, of course, for that we need some critical mass, business fundamentals in place.
Yeah.
Any token that is purely speculative is just not going to do well.
What do you think about games like experiences like Moku that have decided to like forego the token at the very least for now, as we can tell, and use USDC as a price pool?
What does it know right now? Right.
Yeah, it's what we're doing ourselves as well, because then the value of what you're fighting for is clear. And of course, we are selling credits. The credit is the resource that you have to pay to enter these events.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have no tangible reference as to what this is worth, it's very difficult for people to understand the value. And I think then what happens is that we continue the people getting burned for something that they think, I'm going to be a millionaire when this goes right, and then we need to stop doing that. Basically, the value of a token is to be clear from the get-go, and obviously it's always going to be speculative, and you're going to be taking some financial risks no matter what tokens you get into. We're seeing that even with the bluest of the blue chips right now. So there's always a risk, but at least it needs to be backed by real fundamental stuff, like real value and real use cases.
I've got a question that I mean, forgive me for this because this is probably like a horrible question, to be honest, but I think it's one that needs to kind of be asked, and like I would actively go around and ask all the founders that we bring onto the show. But joining the Ronin network, the choice is made to build here. It's a gamer-focused network. Some things that we've spoken about in the past, and from the history of things that have happened in Ronin. There's been quite a lot of tokens that have come out and then have not performed well, etc. But as a game itself, like, do you think as a founder there's a way that a game can actually kind of funnel that value back into Ronin and the network token? Do you think there's a mechanic or an opportunity for games to kind of I guess strengthen the avenues in which the network token can be added value towards?
Absolutely. I think the content layer is the most important one on any ecosystem, right? Like if you have attractive games that people want to play, that many people want to play, then that's the key, right? One of our emphasis was to make the game accessible and easy to play, easy to get into, because that's a fundamental requirement. Mm-hmm. If we want to have millions of playing the game, then those will be millions of players that are converted to the Ronin ecosystem, using the wallet, transacting, operating the marketplace. So games are absolutely fundamental. Content is absolutely fundamental to bring value to the ecosystem. And we wouldn't do this if we didn't see a path towards kind of mainstream adoption of the game.
Yeah.
If it's not this one, it'll be the next one, but it's ultimately that's the real price for us.
I don't know if you've seen as well with, like, obviously Ronin as a network is moving, the full conversion to L2 is happening this quarter, towards the end of this quarter. And within that system, we've had single-sided staking, which had no requirements of like proof of work in any way. But in the future, there is going to be, I guess, merit-based milestones for projects to have accomplished, right? And in turn, it's like a symbiosis, because you get more rewards through that, but also you hitting those the metrics necessary is strengthening the network. And it reinforced it in my mind when you said about like the games, obviously the value add is the content layer, right? That makes total sense. And I think we've kind of overlooked it because a lot of the games haven't really added that value in a sense. They've brought content, but the content hasn't actually turned into produce and then these metrics. But I just wanted to ask the question of like how much you knew about that, and as a team, like, is that an incentive driver for you guys?
It is, and I think I mean, for like merit is a key word in what you mentioned there. And that's also how we looked at how we distribute the prize pools in our game. Is either you've played a lot to deserve a chunk of the prize pool, or you've referred enough people to deserve a chunk of the prize pool. So the same thing can be applied to a broader ecosystem. And of course, it's something that we are looking at when it comes to further integration with the ecosystem. We need to be on top of these things. It's not something that I can, and no major alpha from our side when it comes to that, but
yeah, we will see. We will see. Exciting year ahead, bro. But I'm glad that you guys are here. I'm glad that we have a game in a new game in the ecosystem, and one that has that sticky feel to it. Like I said, I've been glued to it most of this week. And I'd like to see, the feedback that we get from within our community and within our server, as well as across the ecosystem. So again, this is the time, ladies and gentlemen. If it's your first time hearing about Rumble Arcade, there's active incentives going on. Get involved in the game. If you want to get a Ronin pass, you can come through to the radio server and get your hands on one of those today. But Boa, I just want to say thank you for taking the time to be here. Welcome to the ecosystem. If there's anything that Rumble Arcade has coming up, wants to announce, we'll always be happy to bring you on and spread that news.
Excellent. I'll keep that in mind, and I'd love to hear anyone coming into the game for the first time. Always listening to feedback.
Perfect. All right, brother. We're going to continue talking depressingly about this market and having some shits and giggles over here.
Don't look at it.
Yeah. But no, it's been great having you here, bro, and thank you for coming along.
Right. Thanks. Bye.
Cheers, brother.
Bye.
Thank you.
See ya.
Lads, I'm sorry, but the price has been going up the whole time.
Bruh, it's down 1,000.
No, it's not. It's not.
Guess who's in a juicy motherfucking short?
It's not.
Literally,
I was trying to.
This has been the play the whole time. We've just been late to realize it. Squeeze short every.
No,
squeeze.
you just sell every pump. Just sell every single one. It's just set in stone now. Also, I want to address you guys, by the way. You fucking chatters. Spliffy, what do you expect me to do with this question with a founder on the show? Did you expect me to ask him that?
Don't people?
Oh, hi, boy. Welcome to the Ronin ecosystem. Are you a fast money dumper?
God.
Don't people realize that type of gamer is the same type of gamer as a dumping founder is? So a gamer that just wants to pump their bags and make quick money is just as bad as a founder who's there to dump your bags.
Yeah,
like you guys belong together.
yeah, it's a marriage, man. Perfect. But no, I know it's always with a bit of satire. Then we know. That's okay. I've got market updates. One thing that was on the list was the Axie updates. All right. But before I do that, like actually honest feedback, I know it's very difficult when a new game comes in because there's not much like color to it. You don't know all the things about the studio.
Yeah. Well, that's why I tried to pepper it a bit with some. It's not hard hitting questions, but like a bit of the more tough questions. But when the game has just arrived, but because I guess it's also up to the gamers to be careful, right? But we're always, now that everyone's burnt, is probably when a good game's going to come along and you're going to fade it, and then you're going to be even more jaded. It's like when you're revenge trading, I guess. You do a few bad trades, then you take a break, and then the one time you don't take the trade is when you would have won the trade. So yeah, I think it's basically an uphill battle because of a lot of first market conditions, but also certain founders with not so good intentions.
Yeah, no, they look like do look like a professional studio, though. Honestly, with the research that I did, they're locked in for this, and it's definitely difficult.
They look like the talent definitely seems there, and then we just have to see how the NFT.
The NFT alpha is big.
I like the fact that it was that they've done NFTs on testnet, which I assume, and correct me if I'm wrong, anyone in chat, but that means that they don't have anything launched yet. That's usually a good sign, right? They're not just lugging along this debt to their old gamers from the other chain. Like literally, they're not coming in with like this is like a friend asking if they can stay at yours, and there's like 17 suitcases in the taxi.
Honestly, we've like Ronin has had games that are like psycho girlfriends, right? Like they've come with so much fucking baggage, bro. It's like holy shit. I genuinely thought he was about to say that, like, oh yeah, the NFTs is migrating, but the fact that it is on testnet is a good sign.
Yeah,
and it shows that they've not been quick to
act.
I
was looking for the word migration. He never mentioned it, so that's usually a good sign because I think it was Steven once who worded it that way when we were talking about a game or whatever. But it's like about NFTs and NFTs especially, but they're a debt towards gamers, right? So that's why it's like I think it's good to have well, at least it gives them an extra chance, right? They have an extra bullet of viability, let's say, in theory.
Theban, honestly, this is a game that like this game's kind of made for you, bro. I mean, it's not really, but like I just think you dominate.
I mean, I've seen you play it. It looks good. It looks fun. I'm just like, I think Web3 games is just a tough industry, man, to like really get a lot out of at the moment. It's like people have so much to criticize on them, like whether it's graphics, economy, and all this stuff. Like it's just really tough. But yeah, I do think it's a game I would actually enjoy. Like I've seen you play it. I don't know if you know this, but I love playing Dota Underlords. I was like rank 1 in that game for like a year or something. I love like these kind of,
Why didn't you say that during the thing? He would have.
Well, I didn't get an opportunity to talk. Fucking Gilo was
bro,
just,
you are 1437, bro.
All of that.
You are 1437. You can say, "Hold, everyone, shut the fuck up," right? And then boom, say something.
I don't think I can say that, but yeah, I get what you're trying to say.
Well, there's your permission for future reference. Yeah. I feel you.
But yeah, no. I know. I
definitely should have. Now I feel bad because I should have introed you because that's like meeting a porn star. Like, that's top of the fucking. No, I'm saying like for the industry, like you're up there, bro. Like if they find out your history, they're gonna be like, oh, holy shit.
Why porn star though? Why, like, I don't even see the.
Oh, because he's fucked the world in other games. But anyway.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
Okay, yeah,
lovely.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was a better comparison.
I'm queuing the rare comment in chat. I've activated him and engaged him. All right. Talking of porn stars, let's talk about Axie Infinity, bro. No correlation at all. But either way, we had updates this week. Terrariums is the big word. It's a big word as well. I didn't know how to spell it. Definitely had to get a spell check on that one when I was trying to do some research. But we were trading when the Lunasian Lounge happened, but I left the chat to listen in. I was actually very impressed by it. G-Host is there, Jeff Cam's there every single time now. Big shout out to Jace, who's since coming in has been leading the charge on this, and Cruz as well. And shout out to the boy Jatster was in there doing the 1s and 2s as well. But there was a lot of information that kind of came out. We are on the cusp of the next playtest as well. But one of the big talking points, of course, was BAXS. We've spoken about this on the show before. We don't have to go into great detail of this, and there's plenty of information for you to find out things about BAXS. The ERC20C token. Some people like it, some people hate it. It is strange really when you take a step back and you look at it and you think we are celebrating tax. But when you look at this industry, genuinely, I think we're at the point where this is just a necessary aspect in this building phase or the maturing phase of the industry, is that you just need to have some kind of holes game plugged, right? By participation.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Nah, you guys are making that one weird, right? I know, yeah. You guys are making that weird. I was talking about like the leaky sink, like the liquidity's flowing out.
God, now he's gonna say something, a plumbing joke and a washing machine and a stepsister.
Yo, I could have been so queued up with content, bro. That'd have been a good one. But no, I mean, like you've got to you have to put some restraints on.
Oh my God.
I'm just gonna shut up, bro. I'm gonna shut up, bro. It's not going well over here. I genuinely think. Now you've got me in my head about thinking about anything I'm saying is could be innuendoed, but no, we've come a long way. We've got to the point now where, like, at the end of the day, bro, we got to stop. We got the bots and farming has to. We need an end to it. Good people of the Ronin network. It doesn't need an end to it. It is essentially destroying the main features of what this industry aims to provide.
Yeah. I guess it starts with things like this, right? But we'll see. I think
that we'll see is you with an idea in your head where it is still bypassable.
Well, it's always bypassable. It's the only thing that's sure is that it's naive to think that it's easy to bypass bots and to disincentivize bots. And I think that a simple tax like that doesn't necessarily eliminate bots, because if there's going to be an efficient, I wouldn't say workaround, but there's going to be an efficient route forward for tokens, right? To get, and bots, like, this is not meant to combat bots. This is meant to promote, like, stickiness of the token, like to make it, add friction to sell it, basically, and promote like proper on-chain behavior. But by force, really, instead of by other means. Yeah.
The ladder is essentially play the game. You can earn BAXS, but the way to actually get more value out of that BAXS is to spend it within the ecosystem to climb that ladder to get more BAXS. Right,
and actually, so if, like, for a lot of people, this is going to be fine, right? So we'll just see. We just need time. We need time to see if this has a positive impact on the price, I guess. I think if the price goes up due to this, which it already has, right? It almost, as long as it's sustained. If you put the RON and the AXS chart side by side with that relief pump we got, you can't say that AXS is not looking strong relative to RON, right? And so if AXS keeps doing well, relatively speaking, then people will be fine. You're fine with a 50% tax if the token is 2 times higher than it was before the tax.
Yeah, for sure. But hey, we've got that's going to be a long, consistent increase of 50%.
You're going to need to update that BTC price, bro.
Yeah, definitely are. It's a little higher, actually.
68K.
Oh,
now.
wait, what? Oh, thank God I shorted the shit out of this good job, boys. Anyway, bearish week. This is actually the week-on-week stats. So from last show Thursday, this is a week since then. As you can see, bro, like 15% down on a Bitcoin, which is now more like 16, 17%. ETH down as well. ETH down even more. So I feel like ETH is definitely, like, quietly getting battered way harder than Bitcoin.
Last Thursday was 89K, by the way, not 82K. At the start, the day opened, last Thursday opened at 89K and then just dumped all day.
You see the Joker, he's now an AI bot, and you can fucking take the problems up with him because it's his fault.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Cool. AXS down 11%, about $1.50. I don't know if it's still banging about around there. Oh my God, I need to stop saying these words. RON down to 28% as well. RON actually mirroring a little bit of the ETH movement week on week. The big one, though, the total market cap in crypto, right, is down 660 billion in 1 week, bro. The money is moving. People are getting the fuck out.
I think it's closer to 1 trillion, actually, if you account for the start. If you count for how it opened that day.
Numbers, right?
If it's, I was calculating it earlier, and it's 1 trillion Thursday to Thursday. Like, if you account Wednesday at midnight to this Wednesday at midnight.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll add that to the prompt next time that we'll take.
So that's 50% worse than what the chart looks like. Anyways, it's not going to change the color of those numbers.
It's not. Also, RON actually hit an all-time low at 9 cents. 9 cents. Yeah, 9 fucking cents.
Yeah. It's just I don't know.
What was your entry point? Again?
On what? RON?
Wait, you said you were full port and put everything into RON at that price.
3 cents.
Okay. Bro. Hey, we're almost there, mate. Fuck it.
Also getting battered. I was looking. Sui's down 85% from all-time highs. Lots of
Solve
tokens
below $90 right now.
Wow.
Yeah. This is
68.6 on
Yeah.
Bitcoin. Disgusting.
God damn! Why did I TP my short? Partly.
No, my short is
Oh,
running.
man.
My short is running, boys.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's how you make $150 in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's
Just
not too bad.
holy
Anyway,
mamma mia.
one thing to cover. Let's go back. There was an airdrop, right? The snapshot's already happened. So if you missed it, you fucked. Fuck you. You missed it. It is what it is. If you didn't have AXS staked anyway, are you really about that life? I don't know. You had to have 10 AXS staked. The snapshot was taken the 5th, which was earlier today. Well, it was literally midnight, like yesterday. And then Axie's score is taken into consideration in a formula with the amount of AXS that was staked. And then 100,000 BAXS is going to be airdropped from, I don't know when.
I like that.
I don't know when.
Yeah, we'll see. Do you know if BAXS is transferable? It has to be, right?
Elaborate. What do you mean
Like
transferable?
between accounts? Like, can I send it from account to account, or is it locked on the account?
Yeah, I think you can
in game.
You
Is
can
it
keep
like-
it as the ERC20C token.
Yeah.
But it just like if you actually that is the bypass, isn't it? Then, mate,
What?
you send BAXS to accounts that just have a higher Axie score, so you avoid the tax.
I guess.
Ladies and
Okay.
gentlemen,
As a myth keeper, I am now officially announcing my opening.
that your new service?
tax rate.
BAXS for broke. The B stands for broker.
Yeah. Here, shout out to Quasi Life, letting us know. Pause to saying it is not transferable and that it actually is wallet bound. Is that mean like the token at any point that it is earned is wallet bound, or just from this airdrop is wallet bound? I assume it's all times, right?
I guess, yeah. That
Damn,
means
you
that-
really were about to set up a brokerage, bro. Even I wouldn't.
The question was honestly about like I was thinking about with my scholars, etc. If I could like move the BXS around to spend more efficiently, but that's not.
Bro, now you've got a new game.
It's not possible. It's not.
You've got a new game.
What's the
Instead
new game?
of mindlessly breeding and
I haven't bred an
leveling
Axie in
up
like 4 years,
and
bro.
evolving. No, I know.
Breeding has been dead since
No, okay,
2022.
cool.
Yeah.
I mean, like all the little side quests that you have to do for the scholars and stuff like that. Now you actually have like a horde of. I mean, I'm not saying you have a horde, but all your scholars are basically going to have to level up their accounts, and maybe you can distribute assets to get them in a higher rank in terms of Axie score and stuff like that.
Yeah, we'll see. We don't know how Axie is calculated, do we? So it's not gonna.
Yeah. Not down
in
to like the
detail.
T, but
Yeah.
there's definitely.
Until that, I'm not.
info on that.
Until then, I'm not doing that. Like,
I'll tell you what.
I'm not touching. Like, looking in the dark for what does what and experimenting on like.
At Odin in the server, and you'll be able to find out if you can or cannot actually
It's
decipher.
probably what I don't understand is why we don't have a very clear why we just don't know the formula for the Axie score when it's totally calculatable, because you just if you just had an algorithm running on all the accounts and checking, like you could determine all the variables. It's possible to do, so why not be transparent about it? It's not like a hidden thing. You could have an account with just a Japanese Axie and no transactions, so you could just do that to determine the score of every type of Axie, and then you could do it for every level, and you could see the score for every level if extra levels on Axies do it, and then you could test accounts for 1, 100, 10,000 transactions, volume on Katana. So why can't we know what it is? But anyways, that's another ramble over.
Yep, someone is over there saying, "Well, do it then." Do it then, bro.
It's right there, and I've given enough time to the ecosystem. So.
Facts. All right. With BXS, just as quick info on it, you can do all the things that AXS already does: breed, evolve, forge, stake, all that stuff. You can do. Now the big one, the Homeland sunset. This was confirmed that Homeland is GG, no re. It's getting the fuck out of here. So, I'm happy about it. Actually, I'm going to just say I'm fucking glad.
One thing I will say though is that it does mean that there's like for scholars etc. that it's like very clear that they're done with the going wide thing. because it means that you need to like concentrate your resources on fewer accounts. Right? So, which is what it should have been in the first place.
It'd be interesting to get Cairo's take on this, actually, because like I know Homeland was bread and butter for Marco de Zil for a very long time. How does this impact the Mott's boys?
Do we know? Yeah, we'll see. But he does things. He's aligned with the ecosystem, let's say.
Yeah.
So it's the typical thing where I don't think he has anything, or his players have anything to worry about, because he's aligned with the ecosystem in how he allocates resources and his players play the game. So I don't think that's
But the next thing that comes after Homeland is Terrariums. From what it sounded like, and this is just my account of it, so this isn't set in stone, but it seems like Terrariums is going to be more of an app.axie layer. It's going to be closer to the original idea of what they expected Homeland to be.
So a browser game.
Potentially is what I picked up. They never confirmed that. They never stated that for sure.
Yeah. It really needs to be. If it's not, I'm going to throw a fit again.
Yeah.
I haven't played Origin since it became a fucking zip file to download and extract. So
yeah. Fair enough.
But imagine playing an Axie Terrarium Homeland thing where you can make access and move your Axie around and do daily little things on a fucking browser.
Totally. It's way better.
Yeah,
I feel like there's actually a lot more utilities that can come from it. What I actually pick up from
less friction.
Yeah,
people will just have it running in the background, looking at you can,
trading.
It has to be browser based. Otherwise, it's such a shame.
Yeah, facts. That's what I picked up on, and the fact that Jeff Cam and the App.Axie team are the ones leading this. It makes it almost obvious that this is probably going to be an App.Axie thing. Shout out to Jeff Cam. Literally, I said it in the chat. I said the fact that Jeff Cam is at the helm of this, I'm already bullish. I don't even know any details, bro.
Finally.
Yeah, fucking finally. Anyway,
we just needed Jeff building a game, basically.
Yeah, that's it. It's just you just needed to pass the rock, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of linkage with the utility of assets in the ecosystem. So for me, it was like the glue of the ecosystem. Your land NFTs will factor into terrariums. Your Axies themselves will factor into terrariums, down to the levels, down to the accessories, those types of things, accessories, and then adds to more ecosystem assets that actually participate. Land items will now have a utility factor within terrariums and things like that. So they're able to actually take a lot of let's say a useless assets across the ecosystem to now actually have some reasoning and an incentive to be acquired, for their markets volume to increase and for them to be used by players. So these will all be multipliers. They will increase things. So if I have a mythic land item, I assume that's going to give me a much greater multiplier than someone who does not have land items and things like that. Cue the land item market to fucking rocket, bro. No, I'm joking. Ray, you might actually get to sell your land items for once in your bloody life, mate. It might actually land. And then as soon as it does, you'll be like, oh, actually, I think I'd like that back. But you'll be earning BAXS through this land gameplay or the terrarium gameplay. And then Jeff did actually expand on this and said that the terrariums themselves is going to be closer to the original idea about things like having the Tamagotchi style with Axies, but there's going to be the inclusion of like mini games, expeditions. There's going to be guild involvement with terrariums and things like that. So really expanding upon the original ideas. The MVP for this is targeted for Q2. So actually, we could be looking at 3 months, but no, in this space, it's probably going to be the latter and towards the end of Q2, isn't it? But definitely signs of hope, to be honest. I think this might be the year of resurgence for Axie, and I've been saying it since January, but I'm always optimistic. Sounds good though. Either way, we're gonna wrap this one up because I know we've been here for a little minute. We got one more topic, and honestly, if you care to talk about it, you can say. If you don't, you can also say. Other things just to round up on the ecosystem. The Kojin playtest was live yesterday. PvP. I need to hop in. I need to actually hop in, bro. So go check it out. They posted on their page the details about that. You can get the game on Steam right now. So if you want to hop in, then go ahead. Cambria as well. Dual Arena is back. There's a tournament tomorrow. Mark of the Zeal are participating. I'm not going to be here tomorrow, unfortunately. I'm getting ready to move to the US. So a lot of shit happening for me, but I'm not going to be here for it. But you guys, you degenerates, can go and gamba in the Dual Arena. Also, the Islands Biomes NFT is fucking cooking. And I genuinely think the terrariums might be based a lot. Like they'll take a lot of the successes from Island Biomes and kind of plug that into what they are building with terrariums. So, but that is it. That is it. I mean, we've got points as to why the market's down, but I just don't think you need to fucking know, bro. It's just down. It just is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Fed held their rates.
Also,
yeah.
Well, you go through the points because I think it's linked to like the new Fed chair. Everyone's very basically he was the youngest ever Fed chair, and he was named. He became Fed chairman in 2008 after the what's it called, the subprime
the Wall Street,
crisis.
the crash. Yeah,
and he's been one of the like he's tough on interest rates, and so I think the market is pricing that in, even though Trump is saying that if he named him, it's for a reason, because Trump wants to lower rates, right? But the thing is, when the chairman gets named, then Trump can't remove him at all from.
Yeah,
you know, like everybody forgets that Trump is the one who named Powell in the first place, and then look how unhappy he is with Powell.
Yeah,
like once you're named, you're like they're untouchable king. So.
Bro, just like this world's crazy, right? But if you become the fucking head of the Fed, mate, think about all the people that potentially are gonna say, "Look, if you drop the rates this month, your family's dead, bro."
What the?
I'm just being straight up, bro.
Yeah,
like, let's be fucking real. You could be pally.
Yeah.
With
I don't know why I said what the hell, because if you look at some of the shit in the Epstein papers, nothing's impossible. You know,
nothing is impossible, bro. Yo, count me out, bro. I'm gonna be here just shorting the market when this stuff happens.
That's just my theory about it. I think the market is being realistic about who's being named as Fed chair, even though Trump named him. So we'll see if he comes out and because this was 20 years ago, right? 18 years ago. Holy shit. And so we'll see if he's a Trump puppet, basically, who does exactly what Trump asked. We should see a nice bounce. You
could call that a trumpet.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, that was a good one. I'll allow it.
Either way, it actually didn't even consider that. I didn't have a lot of knowledge on who this person was prior. But I mean, if he came in 2008, that was a fucking
he came in 2008. Time. He was the youngest ever. He still is the youngest ever named when he was named at that time, at the critical time. So he for once, it seems like someone competent. But I think the market is fearing that it's not. It's everyone was pricing in this quantitative easing, and they've named the harshest guy on interest rates ever. So I think the market is just getting spooked because they're just like, holy shit, we were waiting on this golden parachute to save us. And there's a world in which it doesn't happen. It's still unconfirmed.
Yeah. And running through the other points, we talked about the liquidated 24 hours on the massive long squeeze across the board. Bitcoin ETFs outflows are going crazy. Like, what is it? The strategy is like, look, almost 750,000 Bitcoin, not dollars, Bitcoin underwater. It's pretty scary out there. And Bitcoin, we have to update that point now. It's not down 16% year to date, and it's not the lowest since November 2024. It's actually the lowest since like April.
More now. We're at 67K just now. So
yeah, bro, it's crazy.
We're at the lowest since October of 2024.
Nuts. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, this part of the show is brought to you and sponsored by Polymarket. They paid £0.0, ladies and gentlemen, but the Polymarket bets right now are cooking, bro. What a better saying, Bitcoin below 65K in 2026 was at 78%, bro, and they're probably going to get it today, the way things are moving.
No, I think there's a massive resistance layer at 67. So
yeah. But it's actually pretty interesting right now. Like the volume that is going into Polymarket. I was actually sitting watching UFC with my cousin last night, who was catching up, who was watching Paddy the Baddy get battered. By the way,
I love Paddy the Baddy.
Paddy the Baddy was actually wearing a Polymarket chain, and my cousin was like, "What the fuck is that?" He was like, "Is that some Illuminati shit?" And I was like, "Holy shit, no, that's Polymarket, bro.
Yeah.
That's Polymarket." So they're making their moves, bro. But it's very interesting to see what's on there. Bitcoin hitting 70K in February is at 56%. I don't know time window for that if someone opened that just, but it doesn't seem likely. I'll be honest, mate. And then, of course, you see a Bitcoin below 55K in 2026 is an extreme downside scenario. But I think, Theben, you may as well go over to Polymarket and sign up for that one.
When did you make the slides?
About 30 minutes before the show.
And did you see that during the show, it hit 70K? So it's like it's the lowest percentage there almost of it happening, and it went to 70.8. It squeezed up. So the market is in extreme fear, and they're so fearful that 40% of people didn't think that it was going to happen, and it happened on the 5th of February.
We can go check it. I know I'm not able to place any positions on Polymarket because I'm in.
I hope nobody in chat is in longs, man. Holy shit.
67.7.
I wish I had just put the house on that short, man. I put so little on the short. Fuck me.
Yeah. I don't see the 70K one. I think the Joker lied to me again here, to be honest. But
no, it's possible because we had just gotten under and we're at extreme fear in the market. So once you go under 70K, there's going to be a bet about, do you think we're ever going to be above 70K in the next 30 days?
Yeah, true.
Right? It's just, but that shows you the fear that there is in the market.
Well, let me show you the fear in the 1 minute market of the last part of today's show. This is what's been happening, ladies and gentlemen. 67,600 Bitcoin
5%
right now.
in half an hour.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Do you guys want to talk about the Vitalik post or Rogi? I'm actually partial at this point, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really understand it that well, but Jiho's made a post on it as well. I think that's kind of important to maybe if you want to highlight that, you can.
Yeah. Well, Vitalik basically said the original versions of L2s and their role in Ethereum no longer makes sense, which, holy shit, how many L2s just for what the fuck? The fuck? L2s are not able or willing to satisfy the properties that a true branded shard would require. Now, Vitalik is one of them humans there that, I don't know, bro. He is in a different dimension in terms of where my brain's at. But the true branded shard vision and the original ideology behind Ethereum, in his opinion, the alignment isn't there right now. ETH L1 is now scaling itself. Fees dropped by 99% since 2021, which is true. It is much cheaper to transact on ETH mainnet than it has ever really been in my life of crypto. L2 decentralization progress slower than expected. A lot of these L2s still feel very centralized, right? L2s need value beyond just scaling. And some L2s are just copy pasta chains with multi-sig bridges. And that, my friend, is the truest shit in this whole fucking slide, by the way. And again, why I think Ronin has lent further into we're a gaming chain again, and it makes sense. I stand with that one. But Jiho's weighed in. There was a post, you can go see it on Twitter if you go and check Geos's X page out. But Ronin will become more Ethereum aligned. We are Ethereum's best chance at onboarding everyday people. We've been doing it for 6 years, but get no recognition since we aren't a true L2 yet. We will be the number one ETH layer 2 by adoption. It is fucking big talk. It is. But I'm down, bro. If you're going to be chatting like that, we produce like that, fair enough then, But confidence, I think it has to be shown right in G-Host's role, but I don't think he shows how do I say this? Naive confidence. It's not like a straight bravado. There are points that align to this when you talk about a gaming chain, and Vitalik's literally saying that a lot of these chains are copy pasta, and there's no difference between the two in a lot of aspects. Whereas you have a niche chain that is in the niche of gaming, and gaming is a normie onboarding mechanism for sure. Then arguably, if you do like weigh these things out, it does make sense that we potentially could be a huge onboarding network L2 for new participants, really, because I feel like the rest is just really like a wash and rinse cycle of already existing crypto participants. But what do you guys think?
Well, yeah, I think there's a lot of L2s that we are just doing what Ethereum was working on itself to do on its own, right? It's like, I think it's kind of technical, all the certain of the things, but Gilles has been talking about ETH alignment for like a long time now, and I think it all culminates to stuff like that. So we'll see.
They literally have a mug in Sky Mavis offices with Vitalik's face on it. So I think we deserve a tweet by Vitalik at some point saying, you know what, Axie's a fucking banger. That's it. If he tweeted that alone,
we deserve a tweet because we have a mug in the corporate office.
Yep. I don't know. Use like girl math or something then. But
yeah.
Yeah.
No, well, I definitely think that you just have to. The way I visualize it, it's like a whale with the plankton around it, right? It has to be a symbiotic relationship. It has to be win-win. You have to, in order to benefit from using Ethereum, you have to be providing value back to Ethereum, and I think that's how that's how these network effects go parabolic when it's just you provide value to someone, the person provides value back to you, and then you both end up with, it's like, it's not a net negative, it's a net positive.
You scratch mine, I'll scratch yours. Facts. The plankton is crazy though, not gonna lie. Are we plankton to you, Stark? Is that what it is?
Well, it's better than being fucking rice farmers, that's for sure.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, fair enough. Demon, bro, I still feel bad about not like letting you cook earlier today.
It's all right. You were cooking. That was your game. You spent a lot of time playing it, so it was fine. I think it looks fun. Easy to play. Obviously, all these games nowadays they just build for mobile. I just hopefully they have like some kind of more expansive mode, but at the same time they need to stay in their lane, right? Like they shouldn't do more than like they're actually capable of doing. So I think they'll cook. Team seems like they got the heart in the right place. I just hope the thing about Web3 gaming, man, it's a fucking vicious place. It is damn vicious. So I hope they don't get too discouraged through the ups and downs that you're gonna have to face.
I don't know what I'm looking at here, bro.
What is it?
We haven't spoken about Grand Arena for a while because we know it's not coming until February 19th, which is not that far away now. But they've been running, contests and stuff like that for creators to do stuff. I just came across this, bro. Who the fuck is this, and why is this such a banger, bro? What the fuck is going on?
What the fuck?
This is quality.
That's some next level cosplaying, man.
This is quality.
And look at the comment. He has proof of banana where he made it himself.
It's
not even AI generated. I fucking love it.
Yeah. Man, bro, yeah, W's, bro. God. W's. You know what? I don't know what this was for, but it should win it. W. I think that's the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, boys and girls, for coming through to another Ronin Radio. Actually, before I dip, here's the reality. My dumbass is moving to America. All right, you've known it for a while, but it actually happens next week. By law, I am not allowed to do anything that has any reason towards economic gain for a company. Whether I am paid, whether I am not paid, it doesn't matter. I can't even go on Instagram and do a get ready with me and fucking tell you about my skincare products. like I can't do anything. So there is definitely a challenge ahead. And to be honest, and this is in front of the team themselves. We've definitely spoken about it behind the scenes, but even at this current moment, I still am a bit indecisive as to like what is the best outcome, you know? So as you know, the show definitely is deep rooted in a lot of you guys as core, followers of the show and fans of the show. I thought it was best to just mention it here on potentially the last show for a long, long time. That, your input, and what you think we could do or should do. And also just to kind of, hug close to us over the next few weeks and the attempts that we make, things that we end up doing. Your feedback is definitely going to be very, very valuable in those moments. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Fuck it, bro. Can't change anything about it. It is what it is. It is the reality. But although you will not see me openly here, you believe me, I will be more here than fucking ever because I can't do anything. So I'm basically a useless human being for 5 to 6 months. Yeah, it could get real ugly, or could, who knows, bro? I could lock in and.
Well, the show won't get uglier because your mug won't be on it.
But there, yeah, yeah, fair. And you guys have got lots of that to look forward to, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, no, just giving you guys the reality of it. It's gonna be a busy week for me, but I'll be there. I was advised to not even tweet, so. Like I can't even just make my banger posts that I know you like fucking live for. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be tough. That makes me want to bring this comment up saying, "Good thing we were paying influencers $20K a month for some super hot posts." I actually still see this right now. I don't know, bro. I don't know. You know what I mean?
What post is that? I don't think I know what you're talking about.
There's 2 people that get paid that much money.
20,000 USD or what?
USD, flat rate. Give it me. Put it in the bag. Bring the duffel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How does one get one of those deals?
Yeah. How do you get one of those deals, actually?
How many cocks you willing to suck? No, I'm joking. I don't know. To be honest, I don't.
Bitcoin just made a new low at 66,666.6.
Wow, that's and it's bouncing off of it. And it's bouncing off of it. That's a sign, bro.
The devil in disguise, baby.
We know who triggers Bitcoin.
We know
who Satoshi is.
Yeah. I gotta screenshot this before the load disappears because that's the way things are moving right now. But yeah, I just grabbed it.
I mean, it's starting to bounce quite a significant amount now, like around this area. I feel like we're getting kind of close to like the bottoms here, I think, for the day.
I took everything off the table. I left the tiniest bit.
The funding rate is still positive. That means they're still paying shorters, which is
depends which one. Yeah, depends what you're on. But some are
Hyperliquid. Yeah, well, Hyperliquid does a ton of volume. $8 billion on Bitcoin, 1.7 open interest billion, and positive. Like on Hyperliquid, there's still more people longing than shorting. Like this will go down until people just are out. All the knife catchers are out of money.
Yeah,
yeah, but it's pumping a bit. Holy moly!
It's a relief pump. It's a squeeze. Make sure you don't long. Wait for some structure. Don't get raped.
No, this is it. The show started where? Show started right here.
That's nuts.
Yeah, that's where I shorted. I shorted as the show started because I just knew. And to be honest, I faced quite a heavy bit of drawdown. Could have re-entered, but didn't.
I shorted at 70.4, but now I only have like 5% running.
Yeah, I'm gonna close out anyway.
I feel like Yeah.
We're gonna close out the show too, but there's the info. There it is, all on the table. If you haven't already, please, hey, go try out Rumble Arcade, bro. I'm not bullshitting you. That game actually is sticky. It's low-key fun. If you want the Ronin Pass, be in the radio server after the show. We'll make sure that we sort that out. We're gonna be there as well in the voice channel. So if you want to come chill with us, you can. And yeah, man, enjoy your weekends. And we will see what the future brings, mate. But thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll be back next Thursday, hopefully. Yeah, sounds good. Thank you, guys.
Sounds good.
Thank you so much for this fucking. I can't believe it was probably going to be my last show for fucking half a year, bro. I don't know how I'm going to live. I actually don't know how I'm going to live,
you, buddy.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I have a feeling no one's going to miss you. Just
sick. Yeah. 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 Bro.
What I mean by that is we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out, lads.
Bila, you need to work on your fake. You need to work on your fake crying. It's terrible.
I'm just a crosshair.
I'm just a shot away from you. And if you leave here, you leave me broken. I'm just a shot
with you. Last one, ladies and gentlemen, for 6 months. I love you all. By the way, I want to say big shout out to Borja actually for coming through. It was a quick turnaround, and I always appreciate when founders come on the show. W's in the chat. Short Bitcoin. Not a chance that I can't hear any of you fuckers right now, and you actually are.
Oh, shit!